Happy Monday. No, I don't want to end the broadcast. There we go. I just started it. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Forest night out in St. Louis. So I'm on a coaching call this morning, and today's just been off the chain. Right, wrapped up the evening. Just got off an awesome call with the awesome Mr. Bean, our upline, triple, double, quadruple, black diamond, powerhouse sales guy. Just absolutely awesome. Doing some cool sales training and highlighting some of our sales leaders for the new product that was just launched. So that was absolutely cool. And what's cool? I got to tell you this story. So one, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist. I love helping people succeed online, on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, to make an extreme impact and be a legacy creator. So one of the things I say at the end of every one of my Facebook Lives is I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I actually picked that up. My older sister, Kenyatta, who passed away several years ago, used to say that all the time. And I remember they were talking about at her eulogy, at her funeral several years back, that was something she used to say all the time. And I really owned that. It just, for some reason, that like, I carried that. I said, you know what, I'm going to start saying that. And I didn't know what kind of impact it was going to make. And I noticed now that there's several people that actually say that now, that are actually picking that up and starting to say that as part of their closings on the end of their Facebook Lives, which is absolutely cool. A lot of times we don't even realize, in the things that we do on a daily basis, on a regular basis. Like my sister, who passed away several years ago, had no idea the impact of a simple statement like "I love you" and there's absolutely nothing to do about it, how that was going to be carried around the planet, basically, because now there's people saying that. I don't even think they realize they're saying it subconsciously. It's something that's very, very cool. So when I get up in my dailies, and I'm reaching out and putting those messages of hope in people's inboxes, and on a mission to make an impact, I have no idea what I may say or do that's going to literally turn somebody's around the corner. That's something I may say that they're going to take and own and spread that joy to someone else, right? Which is very, very cool. So that's when we're out here marketing and we're out here doing all this stuff and we're doing life and building businesses, we don't realize what kind of impact we're going to make. And sometimes it's not the marketing stuff, it's the struggle. It's how did we come from point A to get to point B? How did we start out over here and get over there? Hey, Glow, thanks for swinging by. How do we move through the struggle? One of the coolest songs, if you don't have it, hey, babe, if you're on the live, can you grab Jason's song, The Struggle, and post it? It's probably on a YouTube video. And just post it on there, because it's really cool. It's Jason is from St. Louis. He's a Christian hip hop rapper. It's JSON if you want to listen to it. But he's got a song called The Struggle, which is very, very cool. And one of the things that is very, very important is being able to, it's cool when people say, oh my God, Forrest does all these big numbers. He does all these prospecting numbers. He's got all these customers. And one of the things you don't realize is just a little over a year ago, I was almost done with this business, because I just could never seem to get anything to freaking work. I was scatterbrained. I was all over the place. They say there's 4 color personalities: red, yellow, blue, and green. Well, I was squirrel. That was my color personality, because I saw a thing, I was a pump, scroll. So a lot of stuff has happened over the last 12 months to completely dramatically change my life. One of those things was getting invited to be a coach for the Higdon Group, which I've learned so much just about me, just about people, just about marketing, just about business. Had a call this morning with Ray Higdon, with the other coaches. That was freaking mind blowing. Awesome training. That was just, I got to listen to it like 15 more times, because one of the things that really brought it to the top of the cream, and we're talking people in inner circle coaching who are paying thousands of dollars to be in this coaching program to take their business to the six-figure level, right? And we missed the point. Yes, there it is. So she just shared it. If you get a chance, you got to go listen to that video. It's very, very cool. It's got a very cool riff in it. It's just very neat. Thank you, sweetheart. The struggle of where we're coming from. Sometimes it's the techniques of, okay, what's your daily method of operation and how you do this and how you do that. And there's just too much training. And how do I prospect on LinkedIn? How do I prospect on over here? What do I do over there? One of the things that Ray talked about this morning was becoming unreasonable, which I really, really loved in terms of pushing. I call it the push. I call it when I push people. My unreasonable this week was doing 200 prospecting reach outs every single day. That's unreasonable for some people. So what is it that you can do in your business that's going to be unreasonable? We've got an event coming up here at the beginning of the Rank Makers Live, which is going to be absolutely cool. What are you going to do that's going to be unreasonable to make sure that you can attend that event just like it was a real event? What I did this last week when we went to our company event last weekend, I took a vacation. I made sure I was there. I talked to my local leader here and said, hey, can we get together in a group? So we had a mini watch party, so it felt more powerful. It was very impactful. I think there was 2, 4, 5, 7 or 10 of us there, which was really cool. It made a huge impact to be together in the same space watching the event virtual live. It was completely different. I watched it Friday by myself, but then we hung out Saturday and Sunday in a group, and it made a huge impact. It made a huge difference to be there together as a team and then talk and share and listen and take notes and say, hey, did you get that? And it was a completely different dynamic. So what are you going to do to be unreasonable to push yourself to the next level? What are you going to do? And I love this question, is what are you going to do to be unreasonable to go to your next event? Excuse me. Ooh, I just burped on you. What are you going to do to be unreasonable? Are you going to get a babysitter? Are you going to go to a hotel in your local town and maybe rent the hotel and watch it on the big screen TV and just get away from the house? Maybe do like a local vacation, staycation. Are you going to rent your kids off to your parents so that you can make sure that you get the full impact of the event? Because we know, let's be honest with ourselves, that if we record the event, the chances of us actually going back and watching it recorded are going to be slim to none. I bought an entire course from Frank Kern, spent $150 on it, ordered the whole course, and have yet to attend it because it was during the daytime when I couldn't attend. And it's in my to-do inbox, in my in bucket. And hopefully one of these days I'll actually get a chance to sit down and actually go through it and listen to it, because there's some information and I really want to listen and add to my arsenal of stuff to learn. So what are we going to do? What are you going to do that's going to be unreasonable to push yourself to the next level? Is it going to find an hour of quiet time somewhere outside of the house? You're going to take your iPad, you're going to take your headphones, you're going to go sit down and you're going to prospect. Are you going to actually pick up the phone and just call people out of the blue? How unreasonable are you going to be to push your business to the next level? And I heard that and I started thinking, okay, Forrest, how unreasonable are you going to be to push your business to the next level? How unreasonable? I've got phone numbers of phone numbers. Now, it's easy. Now, I'm a guy that's a phone calling fool. So how am I going to be unreasonable? So made a commitment this morning that starting in my prospecting, I'm going to add it to my list. When I start prospecting on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Thursdays, and Sundays, I'm adding phone calls into my mix. I'm calling everybody that's on my list that I have a phone number for, and I'm going to reach out to them. Now, I'm going to work on a script, something I'm going to say, because I'm probably going to get a voicemail message because they're probably not going to pick up. But here's my process that I'm going to do to be unreasonable, because I want to make a bigger impact. It's cute that I can put a message of hope in somebody's inbox, right? And I can do that a lot of times, and they're probably stalking me to see what's going on. And that's absolutely awesome. It's cool. I'm so excited here. I got emotional today because I get to be interviewed by Ray Higdon tomorrow live on his page, which is absolutely cool. I'm totally stoked about that. I'll probably share the link here somewhere tomorrow. So if you want to join, I think it's at 1:30. It's 1:30 Central Time. It's 2:30 Eastern. It's going to be on the Ray Higdon page. I'll make sure and share the link and the post here so that you'll have it tomorrow. So if you want to join, come and check it out. It's going to be cool. I get to be interviewed. I'm just sitting there. I got a little emotional today, and I was like, oh man, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm excited. I'm scared. Just a lot of stuff came up. I'm grateful. I'm gracious. And that then this last year, my life completely changed because I made a decision to go to Rank Makers Live last year. I made a decision to start into a new business in September of last year. So there's two things that impact. And doing that, I've aligned myself with just all the right people in the right place at the right time, going in the right direction with the right business model. Of course, this is my opinion because it feels good to me. It being able to be in a business that I know that I can completely build an income in this opportunity without ever having to recruit one single person, and I can make stupid amount of money. Income disclaimer, it's all based on work and work ethics and what people buy. So I threw that out there so I won't get in trouble by the FTC. But in terms of prospecting and moving forward, how unreasonable are you going to get? How unreasonable are you willing to get out of your comfort zone and quit buying all the BS excuses that you're hanging on to and like, oh, I got to go watch my kids. Oh, what if they say no? What if they freaking say yes? What if that one thing that you say at the end of every live makes an impact on somebody's life that literally saves their life? That literally saves their life because you got on a live and they said that person's story is just like mine. They overcame the struggle just like I did. They overcame the addiction. They overcame the abuse. They overcame whatever it was. They overcame that because you were vulnerable on a video and shared that. I didn't realize that how much I was talking. I was having some conversations and came up yesterday, and somebody was saying, you know, I don't know where it come from. I grew up without a father. Sucked. I grew up without a father that didn't provide any income back up to the household. Sucked. I grew up, and there was no reason for that. It wasn't because of racism. It wasn't because of any of that. It was because that was a choice that he made as a man not to take care of his family, right? That was his decision. And as a result, that affected me in creating, giving me the work ethic at the age of very small that I was tired of being hungry. I had to go do something about it. I was sick and tired of opening. That's where no more empty refrigerators come from. I was tired of opening up the refrigerator and there was no freaking food in there to eat. And we still had a week left before we got another freaking allotment of food stamps, right? That sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. So I made a decision. I was going to figure out how to make some money. So I shoveled snow in the wintertime, cut grass in the summertime, started doing jobs. And I've been basically working my entire life. And I made a decision somewhere when I was really little. It's like, this sucks. I'm going to be a millionaire someday. And that was the plan. That's where I pointed myself. And that's where my whole attitude and how I look at things and how I don't buy into a whole lot of stuff politically about, you know, it's nice. Thank God the government was there and we had a house to live in and had food stamps. But it also sucked to the point where there was no father in the house. There was no accountability there. You know, there's just a lot of stuff that stunk. I didn't personally have in our house our first car till I was a senior in high school. Think about that. Think about that. And tomorrow, I get to be interviewed, right? I get to be interviewed by a multimillionaire on his page. Think about that. Poor skinny black kid in the projects on food stamps, grew up, went through all the struggles, brought that forward and showed up, ended up getting interviewed. That's freaking awesome, right? So what is your struggle? What are you willing to overcome? What are you looking at? How can you use that story of your past to motivate you and influence someone else, right? What is it why are you here? Why are you an entrepreneur? Why did you even freaking become a network marketer? Now, there's some people here that just want to earn an extra $300 to $500 a month. That's absolutely okay. No big deal. But if you want to make some stupid, ridiculous, crazy, retarded money and make a huge impact on thousands of people's lives, then you need to embrace the struggle. You need to get unreasonable for what you're going to do. Stay up later. People constantly send me messages like, do you ever sleep? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes even when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about doing business, but I actually sleep. I usually sleep from like 12 to 6 or something like that. So I actually get some sleep. But in my productivity time, I put my head down and I hustle and I go to work. And I've come up with systems and processes in place. That's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, because everybody's going, how do you do it? Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm sure Ray's going to throw some stuff out there and put me in the hot seat. But overall, it's about showing up. It's about being unreasonable. And how unreasonable do you want to be to grow your business? How are you going to show up at your next company's virtual event? Are you going to get a babysitter for the kids? Are you going to ask your husband to show up? Are you going to get some support? Can you, how are you going to show up to that event to be unreasonable to make your life work? So again, rankmakerslive.com. Go there, register for that event. If you don't have a company event coming up until next year sometime, go to Rankmakers Live. It will change your life. I guarantee it changed my life and made a huge impact. Our company virtual event, we just came out of this last weekend, just changed. I mean, another just nugget of information. So it's out there if you're willing to become unreasonable and go look for it. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. On a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. Go out and make an extreme impact. Be a legacy creator. Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.